Good morning and welcome. It's Tuesday the 28th of June. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Coming up today, we have got a 3/4 stake day to try and break the terrible run that we found ourselves on. We're now marginally ahead for the month because the last 7 days have been terrible, including yesterday. So it's a 3/4 stake day, £15. If you want to do exactly the same, you can do that. You can halve it, quarter it, double it, whatever you want to do. But yeah, we made it as 3/4 stake, so it's 3 lucky 15s, but some of them are small ones. So before we do that, go through yesterday. It won't take long. It was absolutely dire. So the first two were last. The third one pulled up. The fourth one had a good draw, didn't make anything of it, and was midfield. How bizarre! At least ran a decent race up front, but then faded. So nothing back there on what I thought was actually a fairly solid bet in places, but wasn't to be. 10 on, 0 back. That was quite easy for the monies. What have we got today? So we've got one kind of normalish stake lucky 15 in the UK, and then I've split the rest of the stake across two smaller value lucky 15s in Roscommon. So I'll get to those. So first up is this. This is probably our main bet in terms of stakes. So 7 of our £15 is here. We're starting off the first leg, 2:30 Brighton. Retro Valies. Not sure how I'm pronouncing that specifically. Definitely today's Sky Bet day, and all these three bets there are extra places on other bookies by using Sky Bet. This one has got a particularly good place term. It's not why I put it in originally. It was a bit of an umming and ahhing, 9-runner race, paying 3 places, and now Sky have gone 4 places, and it's a non-runner says 8 runners. So it's gone from having a 1 in 3 chance of placing to a 1 in 2 chance of placing. So that's increasing your odds quite somewhat. I still would have a go with this bet if it was just normal standard terms 3 places, but it's made it more appealing. And I've rejigged a few bits this morning. So yeah, Retro Valley 16-1. It's got some back form. If you ignore the last 2 runs, it's handicapped okay. It's a question of, is it on out of form, or just has it not enjoyed the fact it's been run over further and shorter distances. 10 furlongs looks like the right distance. Then we're going next leg, 2:45 Hamilton Fame and Acclaim, 13-2. 4 places on that one for Sky Bet. Then we've got 6 o'clock Chepstow Creek Harbour 20s, paying 5 on Sky Bet. And then the last one is the one that I mentioned on my review yesterday, Jack's Edge, 50-1. That price is held overnight. Again, I like the race structure. It's 9 runners, and most of them are unraced. So some of them could be anything. But on pedigree, I like that horse. It's bred by the trainer. It's got 6 half siblings who have all won a race at least, and 2 of them won first time out. So it's not like the trainer's prolific at the moment, or particularly with known for 2-year-olds. But I think it's worth a go, definitely at the price. So I've done it as a 20p each way lucky 15, a 25p each way double on Fame and Acclaim and Creek Harbour, and then a 25p each way single on Jack's Edge. So that is bet 1. And then bet 2. So this is my high price 10p each way Roscommon bet. So I've done a 10p and a 15p at Roscommon. So these are my ones. I'm having a bit of a go with these. So again, I would Sky Bet these if you've got the option to. So the 5:10 Sky have now gone 4 on that maiden race. So this is an unraced horse. The thing with Roscommon is it's a funny track. Not all horses like it, but also we've got heavy going today, and that gives you funny results. So that's why I've thought it's worth a punt on some of these, because there's something in each of these 4 that I think's worth having a little look at. They're big prices. There's not huge value in the price, if most of you understand what I'm saying. They are big prices. If I was priced at the market, I'd have them all a little bit shorter, but not much. Then we're going to go 6:10 Vormir. That was a much bigger price last night, but I still think 25 is okay. And then the 6:40 Joe Masseria 22s, and 7:10. The one that I think's got the most value and it's the biggest price is Doolin Dancer 40-1. So I've done it as a 10p each way lucky 15, a bit of a punt one, and a 25p each way single on Doolin Dancer. That is bet 2. And then bet 3 is basically Roscommon single figure prices. So we've got 610 Born Invincible 17-2, 640 Knock Lane Last Sevens, 710 Coins Cross 11-2, and 740 Yaxeni 13-2. 15p each way, lucky 15 on that one. Straightforward bet. That is bet 3. All right, that's the plan of attack for today. Word on the tennis. It mixed really yesterday, so we didn't have many players play, but Kerber won her first match, and we've got her in a couple of bets, so that was solid. Trevisan, which was my punt in one of the lucky 15s, got beaten in the first round comprehensively, so she is out. So that's one leg down on that lucky 15 bet. But the other thing on that bet is that Marin Cilic is actually withdrawn from the tournament, so it counts as a non-runner. So in that bet, we've got a non-runner in Cilic, and we've got Trevisan out. That just leaves us with Jabeur, who won yesterday, and Shapovalov, I can never say his name, Denis Shapovalov. There we go. They're the only two in that lucky 15. The other one is still completely live. So that is the tennis. Most of our tennis players are playing today. And then a word on the golf. That'll be out tomorrow. It's coming together quite nicely. I'm thinking it's unlikely I'm going to have a lucky 15. I've got 3. I think it might be a Trixie, but I'm waiting for Sky Bet to price up the side markets. They haven't done it all yet. So I'm thinking for the golf, I've got some singles, some cross doubles across the whole tournaments, and a Trixie, each way Trixie on the golf rather than lucky 15. Okay, that is me. Let's keep our fingers crossed today. Let's break the run and break the Tuesday hoodoo on the channel. Let's do both things at the same time. That'd be excellent. And what have we got? We've got some crazy prices on today's bets. Just what you wanted. All right, that is me. Thanks for keep coming along and watching the videos and liking it, because I appreciate there's times when this is painful. I guess the last thing I would say though is I've done it to myself, because there's very, very few channels out there on YouTube that are keeping a profit and loss. And when you do that and you're trying to be transparent about it, you have to explain and talk about the fact you're on a bad run. There are a vast amount of channels who don't need to do that. They can just tell you when they've had a winner and they ignore the fact that they've had a loss. But because I'm keeping a profit and loss, which is super important, and equally, any of you who've ever gone on any of these paid websites and tipsters and stuff, have you ever kept a profit and loss for them? Do they keep profit and loss? So it is a bad run, but I'm trying to do it in the right way. And so therefore it's painful when you keep having to come on and refer to the fact that you're on a little bit of a bad run. Because the vast majority of people don't have to do that. Just crack on next day with some other horses, and when they've got a winner they'll shout, and when they've not they just won't mention it. There we go. That's me for today. I'll be back tomorrow. See you then. Thanks very much. Cheerio.